Hi friends, welcome to my channel Harry's Breakthrough. Today's class is the second mathematics class for 5th standard students. I hope you all attend the last class. If anyone want to watch again, I'm giving the link in this description box. And today, let's play with some geometrical shapes. First of all, let me tell you, if you like my classes, please like, share and subscribe my channel. And to get the notification for upcoming videos, please press the bell icon. Let's start today's class.
First, take a broomstick like this. Then you have to cut this at 8 cm length. Here you have to measure 8 cm, then cut this like this. Like this you have to cut 3 pieces with 8 cm length. Now you have to take a piece of paper and then place this in the shape of a triangle. Here you can see a triangular shape. Now you have to mark the points where these pieces meets. So you will get 3 points like this. Here there are 3 broomsticks and you got 3 points like this.
Now you got 3 points like this, right? Then you have to join these 3 points. Like this, join these 3 points. So you got the shape of a triangle, right? And do you think the 3 sides of this triangle are equal? Yes. Why? Because we have used the broomsticks with same length. So we got a triangle with 3 equal sides. And this triangle is called equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means a triangle with 3 equal sides. Now you have to mark a point at the middle of each side. Like this, mark the midpoints of each side. And then you have to join these 3 dots and make a small triangle inside. Like this, join these 3 points, then you got another triangle. So in total, we got 4 triangles. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 triangles of equal size. Right? Okay. What will be the side of one triangle? Here, first we have drawn a line of 8 cm and we made a triangle with 8 cm sides. And then we mark the midpoint. That means we mark a point at 4 cm. And you got another 4 triangles. And these small triangles will have side of 4 cm. Right? Okay. Now, again mark the midpoint of each of these sides of these triangles. Like this, mark the midpoint of this side. Then here. Then mark a point here also. Now you have to join this. If you join this, you have divided this triangle again into 4 small triangles. Like this, mark the midpoints of other sides of the triangle. Now we have marked a point at the middle of each side of this triangle. And then you have to join these 3 points. Then you got another triangle and you divided this triangle into 4 small triangles. Again, you have to continue this process for the remaining triangles. Here, mark a point here, and you already have a point here and here. Then mark these. Then you got again small triangles. Continue this process. So we have divided these 4 triangles again into 4 triangles each. That means one triangle is divided into 4 small triangles. Like this, we have divided 4 triangles. So how many triangles we got? We got 16 triangles, right? Okay. Now, let us divide each of these small triangles again into 4 triangles. For that, what we can do? We have to mark the midpoints of the sides of each of these small triangles. Let us start from the top. Here, we have marked a point at the midpoint of this side. And then you have to mark a point midpoint of this side. Like this, you got 3 points and you have to join these 3 points. Like this, you have divided this triangle again into 4 small triangles. Then you continue this process for all these small triangles. Here we got a point and then we made a triangle. The next triangle we have made, or we have divided it into 4 small triangles. Like this, you continue the same process for all of these triangles. Mark the midpoints of each side, then join these points. Like this, we have divided all of the small triangles again into small triangles. So you got a geometrical pattern like this. In this pattern, when we divided the big triangle, we got many small triangles, right? Now you can color this. You can color this with your own ideas and you can use any colors of your own choice. And this is 2 examples. In the first example, I have given white and black colors here. Like that, you can do, or you can color it with any of the colors. Now, let me ask you one question. How many triangles or how many small triangles are there in this pattern? These are difficult to count, right? So, let's do step by step. In the first row, how many triangles are there? In the first row, there is only 1 triangle, right? Okay. In the second row, how many triangles are there in second row? The second row contains 3 small triangles. And then at the third row, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 triangles. And in the fourth row, count the number of triangles. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 small triangles. So you got a pattern here. 1, 3, 5, 7. Can you say what type of numbers are this? These are consecutive odd numbers. Now you can guess how many numbers will be there in the fifth row. How many numbers will be in fifth row? You don't have to count, right? You know the next consecutive odd number is? Yes, it's 9. So there will be 9 triangles in fifth row, right? So in the in the sixth row, there will be 11 triangles. And in the seventh row, there are 13 triangles. So in the eighth row, there will be 15 triangles. Now you can add these numbers to get the total number of small triangles. Add these consecutive odd numbers from 1 to 15. So you will get the sum of consecutive odd numbers from 1 to 15 is 64. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 is equal to 64. Now, can you find the number of triangles in any other methods? Let's check. In the first row, there is only one triangle, right? And then in the second row, there are 3 triangles. So, in total, there are 1 plus 3 is equal to 4 triangles. In the first row, there is only one triangle, and in the second row, there are 3 triangles. So, a total of 4 triangles are there in first and second row. Now, in the third row, there are 5 triangles. So, in the first row, 1 triangle, second row, 3 triangles, total 4 triangles. And then in the third row, there are 5 triangles. So, 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. So, there are 9 triangles in these 3 rows. Now, in the fourth row, there are 7 triangles. So, what will be the total number of triangles? We will get 9 plus 7 is equal to 16. So, up to fourth row, there are 16 triangles. Here also, we got a pattern. What pattern we have got? The first row, 1 triangle. Second row, 4 triangles. With 1 and 2, there are 4 triangles. With the first 3 rows, there are 9 triangles. And up to fourth row, 16 triangles. So, we can have a pattern here. Look, 1 into 1 is equal to 1. Up to second row, we got 4 triangles, that is 2 into 2. Then up to third row, we got 9 triangles. 3 into 3 is equal to 9. And up to fourth row, we got 4 into 4 is equal to 16 triangles. Then if we add the number of triangles at the fifth row with this, we will get 5 into 5 is equal to 25. By continuing this, we will get the total number of triangles up to 8th row is 64. So we can count the number of triangles in this method also. Have you all understand? Okay. Now, let's do an activity. This is an activity for you. You have to draw a triangle of sides 16 centimeter and mark the midpoints of each side and make small triangles inside this. And continue this process until the sides of small triangles become 1 centimeter. And then you have to answer the following questions. How many triangles have sides 8 centimeter? And how many triangles have sides 4 centimeter? How many triangles have sides 2 centimeter? And how many triangles have sides 1 centimeter? So this is an activity for you. You have to do the same process, but we have done with the triangle of sides 8 centimeter. We have started our previous problem with the triangle of sides 8 centimeter. Now you try the same procedure or try the same method for a triangle of sides 16 centimeter and continue this process up to 1 centimeter sides triangle. Then you have to answer these 4 questions. Okay, this is an activity for you. And the second activity is do the same process, but you have to take the side of big triangle as 10 centimeter. Draw a triangle of sides 10 centimeter. Mark the midpoints of each side and make small triangles inside this. By continuing this process, can you make triangles having sides 1 centimeter? Let me ask you, if I took the side of big triangle as 10 centimeter and if I divided this triangle into small triangles like we have done before, shall we get a triangle of side 1 centimeter? You have to check this. This is an activity for you. You have to check whether we got triangles of sides 1 centimeter. If you are not getting, please answer why we are not getting. Okay. And this is the third activity. You have to draw a triangle of side 12 centimeter and mark the midpoints of each sides and make small triangles inside this. And then continue this process and check, by continuing this process, can you make triangles having sides 1 centimeter? Why? You have to do this 3 activities and write or send your answers to your teachers. Now, let's do the same procedure for a square. First, you have to draw a square of sides 12 centimeter. Like this, you have to draw a square of sides 12 centimeter. Then, you have to mark the midpoints of each sides. And then, if you join these points, you will get a small square inside this. Like this, you will get another square. Again, you continue this process. Mark the midpoints of these sides and then join. Then you will get another small square. By continuing this process, you will get small squares inside this. Here you got a pattern like this. And can you say what is the difference between the previous triangular pattern and this square pattern? You can see that in the first pattern, when we do this procedure with this triangle, when we divide or when we join the midpoints of the sides, we got small triangles. But when we do the same procedure for a square, we got all shapes are not square. We got triangles here. So in the first one, when we divided, we got all the shapes as triangles. But when we divided a square, we didn't get squares. Now you can color this pattern with your own choice or with your own ideas and then send it to your mathematics teacher. Like this, you can color this pattern with any colors of your own choice and send these patterns to your mathematics teacher. You can draw different geometrical patterns using triangles and squares. I will introduce you many other geometrical patterns in my upcoming videos. So I hope you all enjoyed today's class. Let's wind up today's class. If you like my class, please subscribe my channel and share this to your friends.